It's not even close. Those were the ominous words of NBC sports analyst Eddie Olczyk after Sunday's dismantling of the Lightning by the Capitals. And boy, are they ever true. Either something has gone horribly wrong for the Lightning, one of the NHL's best teams in the regular season, with the best goaltender, or the Capitals have suddenly found the extra gear they'd been searching for in previous playoff runs. It's likely a mix of both, but it's more so staggering to see the Lightning fall apart as they have in the first two games of the Eastern Conference Finals. Golden Standard: How Vegas became the most successful expansion team in sports history. A glance at John Cooper's roster doesn't reveal many weaknesses. This is one of the league's best draft and develop organizations, one that can plug holes with any number of young players in its system and not miss a beat. In a Cap world, that's how you win. Their talent is homegrown and they're legitimate superstars, Steven Stamkos and Nikita Kucherov, among the best in the NHL, but the Capitals have completely taken them out of the series. This is the same Capitals team that was on the ropes after 2 games against the Blue Jackets before ripping off 4 straight with relative ease. Was it as simple as making a goaltending change? Barry Trotz should be counting his blessings that Philip Grubauer was a total nightmare in Games 1 and 2 against Columbus, because his move to Braden Holtby for Game 3 helped turn that series around. Holtby has been phenomenal, to say the least, all the while backstopping a Capitals team with less forward depth than its previous iterations. Crazy game, isn't it? The Capitals are gonna do this. More lazy Alex Ovechkin narratives can now be laid to rest. Finally, the deeper we go into this tournament, the more revealing each game becomes. The Lightning haven't been very good at even strength and needed 2 power play goals on suspect calls to take a brief lead last night in Game 2. Sure, the Capitals have clamped down with a 1-1-3 forecheck and sucked the life out of Tampa's speed-based attack, but geez Louise. Don't they have more juice than this? I'm really interested to see how Tampa responds in Game 3 with its back against the wall, a situation that's not too familiar. Washington has all pistons firing and looks unbeatable, even without injured center Nicklas Backstrom. As the saying goes, who needs Nick Backstrom when you have Lars Eller? That's a joke. But Eller's been awesome, and his performance is a big reason why the Capitals haven't missed a beat. NHL Draft 2018, SN's Mock 2.0, Prospect Rankings. Winnipeg, the class of the tournament. Vegas has answered every challenge in this ridiculous inaugural season, but they've not faced anything like these Jets. Paul Maurice's team is the envy of other coaches with its depth, skill and ability to push the pace with all 4 lines and 3 defense pairs. I've thought all season long that, if they could just stay healthy and, this is the big one, get past the Predators, they'd have an odds-on chance to win the Stanley Cup. The Jets are such a unique team, a fun team, and one that is getting some unexpected exposure to an American audience in the Western Conference Finals. The same goes for Vegas, obviously, in its first season and writing one of the more memorable expansion team stories in U.S. pro sports, but they've run into a buzzsaw. Winnipeg is ruthless. 3 lines with legitimate offense. A fearless defense and a Vezina Trophy candidate in goal. That's the recipe to win the whole damn thing, and a potential cup final matchup with Washington would be titanic. I'm not ready to bury the Golden Knights, though. They played from behind for the entirety of Game 1 and just couldn't catch up quick enough, and of course, trailing 3-0 8 minutes into the game is a tough hill to climb. But let's see if they can strike early in Game 2 and maybe cast some doubt on the Jets, who have been feeling really good about themselves for a while now, particularly after how they handled Nashville in Game 7, on the road.